Good morning, beloveds. My name is Mary, and welcome to Mindful Mornings with Minnassa.
Yes, thank you, Miss Mary, for that amazing introduction. I met this wonderful woman at Women on the Hill. It was in March of this year. The National Women Political Caucus of Tennessee had this meeting, Women on the Hill, because so much mess was happening up there. And they went there, and in one of the smaller meetings, I saw this badass, powerful woman who was from Memphis, Miss Mary. And I was trying to follow her and find her. We ended up connecting on LinkedIn, and I had the privilege of having breakfast with her yesterday. We had a conversation about friendship. And then another woman that I met recently, Regina, also expressed very similar things to me about friends. And I thought, all right, as we take a breath, we're bringing this year to an end and getting ready to step into a new year. Let's talk about friends. And so I'm reading from Oprah, What I Know for Sure. And this is in her section called Joy. I met Gayle King in 1976 when I was a news anchor at a station in Baltimore, and she was a production assistant. Both of us from circles that rarely interacted and certainly weren't friendly. From the day we met, Gayle made it known how proud she was that I had the exalted position of anchorwoman and how excited she was to be part of a team I was on. It has been that way ever since. We didn't become friends right away. We were just two women, respectful and supportive of each other's path. Then one night after a big snowstorm, Gayle couldn't get home, so I invited her to stay at my place. Her biggest concern, underwear. She was determined to drive 40 miles through a snowstorm to get to Chevy Chase, Maryland, where she lived with her mom, in order to have some clean panties. I have lots of clean underwear, I told her. You can use mine or we can go buy some. Once I finally convinced her to come home with me, we stayed up the whole night talking. And with the exception of a few times during vacations spent out of the country, Gayle and I have talked every day since. We laugh a lot, mostly about ourselves. She has helped me through demotions, near firing, sexual harassment, and the twisted and messed up relationships of my 20s when I couldn't tell the difference between myself and a doormat. Night after night, Gayle listened to the latest woeful tale of how I'd been stood up, lied to, done wrong. She would always ask for details. We call it book, chapter, and verse. Then seemed as engaged as if it was happening to her. She never judged me. Yet when I let some man use me, she'd often say, he's just chipping away at your spirit. One day I hope he chips enough for you to see who you really are. Someone who deserves to be happy. In all my triumphs, and every good and great thing that has happened to me, Gayle has been my boldest cheerleader. Of course, no matter how much money I make, she still worries that I'm spending too much. Remember MC Hammer, she chides, as though I'm one purchase away from following in the footsteps of the rapper who went bankrupt. And in all our years together, I have never sensed even a split second of jealousy from her. She loves her life. She loves her family. She loves discount shopping, enough to schlep across town for a sale on Tide. Only once has she admitted to wanting to trade places with me. The night I sang with Tina Turner on stage. She, who cannot carry a tune in a church pew, fantasizes about being a singer. Gayle is the nicest person I know, genuinely interested in everybody's story. She is the kind of person who will ask a cab driver in New York if he has any kids. What are their names, she'll say. When I'm down, she shares my pain. When I'm up, you can believe she is somewhere in the background cheering louder and smiling broader than anyone else. Sometimes I feel like Gayle is the better part of myself, the part that says, no matter what, I'm here for you. What I know for sure is that Gayle is a friend I can count on. She has taught me the joy of having and being a true friend. I have a friend that I sent her a text and she didn't reply back to me. And after a couple of days, I'm like, are you dead? Are you in jail? Do you need me to come? Are we fighting or what? Right? Like, am I going to have to come and fight? Are you being kidnapped? Whatever. And she said, I'm not used to someone caring about me in that way. And I said, well, get used to it. And then my conversation with Miss Mary, really the concern about, can we as women trust each other? And we're at a place in this world, in our lives, where we got to trust each other. And that begins with knowing your own value. That's why Gail's not jealous of Oprah. She knows her own value. And she's able to cheer Oprah on because she sees that same value in her. And so I want to encourage us today that if you have some friends that you haven't talked to in a while, just send them a text and let them know that you love them. And the friends that you do talk to, keep them close to your heart. And then let's make one of the things we do moving forward from today, that we are people that, as Oprah says, we don't have to be buds with everybody, but that we can be respectful and supportive of each other's paths. You don't have to understand it. You don't have to know why. But as women, as people of spirit, as humans, we have got to start supporting and loving each other where you are, because I want you to love me where I'm at. Let's find the joy in friendship and know, as that old song goes, I think it's from Toy Story, you've got a friend in me. Now have a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow.